Women are like cats, men are like dogs. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. For full context, you need to watch my video that I did about estrogen. Briefly, if you don't know, estrogen isn't just a hormone that allows a woman to have a child. It has profound psychological impacts on a woman. And in modern society, a lot of things have estrogen in them, including plastics, the pill, foods, medication. I'm not going to get into any of the conspiracy theories that happen to be fact, that they are intentionally placing estrogen and all of this stuff to make a docile man. The woman is not the point. The man is the point, right? So why would they put estrogen into everything? And they do. All sorts of medications, vitamins, everything. The point is to kind of remove the man. And psychologically, they do all sorts of psyops, psychological operations in movies, TV, commercials, magazines, to target women to believe that men are somehow their enemy when no person on the planet has gotten here without a man. None, not a single one. They have almost convinced an entire generation of women that men are their enemy, especially among black women. It's crazy. It's insane. Now, let's go back to women are like cats and men are like dogs. And keep in mind estrogen. Women are like cats. What are cats like? Cats are me, 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 me. How does this impact me? This is why you can't train a cat. It takes a very talented person to train a cat. A cat is me. Why aren't you petting me? Me. Why aren't you feeding me? Me. Why aren't you opening the door for me? Me. I don't want to be bothered. Me, 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 me. That's cat. A dog is the opposite. A dog is, what can I do for you to feed me? What can I do for you to take me on a walk? What can I do for you to help you? The dog puts his paw on you. There. Calm down. Puts his paw on you. Why are you yelling? Loud noises are coming out of your mouth. There. Dog puts his paw on you. You need to take your medication now. And you can train a dog to do amazing things. All sorts of jobs, including CPR, including dial 911 for you. That's a dog. None of that is capable for a cat. A dog is not me. A dog is, I'm going to do stuff for you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to guard your entire property. This is my castle. No other dog or nothing else is going to come in here. And if you train me right, no rats, no mice, none of that stuff either. No insects. I used to have my door open when I lived somewhere else, and flies would come in and my dog would catch the flies. I kind of inadvertently trained him to do that because I would catch the flies. And he saw me. I think dogs think that you're a really big dog. That's all. I think that's the saying. They think you're a really big dog, so they think you're exactly like them. They don't know why you don't have fur, but you know. No, this is not intended to insult. This is intended to enlighten. This is why they're able to tell women that men are their enemy. Oh yeah, I could see that. He didn't buy me $100,000 purse. He's definitely my enemy. Excuse me? Do you know what you could do with $100,000 other than buy a purse? Buy a purse? Yeah. It's very easy. It's super easy because they're me. This is why you have the dating market that it is right now. They just got the black box from the plane that crashed, where the pilot crashed into the airplane of the pilot of the medical helicopter crashed into the airplane, and point blank, the instructor of the female pilot said, you need to go left. She didn't go left. You need to go to 300 meters. She didn't go to 300 meters. You need to go in the opposite direction. She didn't go in the opposite direction. Co-pilot said, you need to go left. She didn't go left. You need to ascend to 300 meters. She didn't ascend to 300 meters. You need to go in the opposite direction. She didn't go into the opposite direction. Why is she the pilot? Why was she the pilot? The flight simulator should have indicated everything about her personality. Or they should have known her personality to begin with. 70 people died. Because she's me. Women are like cats. Me. You need to go less. No, I feel we should go straight. You need to ascend to 300 meters. No, I feel we should stay at 200 meters. You need to go in the opposite direction. No, I feel we should keep going straight right into this other plane. What other explanation is there? She was having a medical emergency. The co-pilot could have taken over. If she was having a medical emergency, the co-pilot could have taken over because they did not determine that she was having a medical emergency. Now, I'm assuming maybe this was all happening fast. Oh, also, the control tower, we're saying you need to go left. She didn't go left. You need to go in the opposite direction. She didn't go in the opposite direction. You need to ascend to 300 meters. She did not ascend to 300 meters. What's the similarity between the other three? They're all men, and she was a woman. And because we have couched everything in the terms of this is a woman, without acknowledging that this is a human being with a whole bunch of estrogen inside of it. Point blank, estrogen drives you crazy eventually. If you have too much estrogen, it drives you completely insane. Go look it up. So, I'm not talking about meth insane, because yes, that happens. It drives you insane and still be a functioning adult. You can still function as a complete adult, feed yourself, dress yourself, brush your teeth, and go to work and be completely insane. Perhaps not drive so well, huh? They say men get involved in more crashes than women on the road. 90% of the people on the road are men. The instance of how many men get into crashes is a lot, simply because there are a lot of men on the road. However, the per capita is something like 1%. It's something insanely small. Versus women are only 10% of the drivers on the road, and something insane like 70% of them get involved into everything from a fender bender all the way to plowing into something or falling off a bridge or whatever, right? It is very apparent. And then you go into the biology of the brain, and the women do not have the three-dimensional perception that men have. They just do not see in 3D. Test your woman. If you're ever walking or you're out in public, point to something really far away and she will not see it. Don't physically point. Just say, hey, oh my God, do you see that girl in the pink sweater? And she will go where for about 10 minutes. They do not have the same vision that men do. They don't see in 3 dimensions. Oh, they can talk up a storm, but they don't see in 3 dimensions. They can't focus, but, but they're women. They have the children. This is why we keep them, this is why we keep them around. And that's not sexist. That's humans. And you should stop engaging in sex because it's fun. You should go back to it's for procreation. If we can just solidify that in everybody's brain, a lot of these problems that we're having will disappear. Not the incentive to divorce your husband and seek alimony, which is promoted by their lawyers. It's funny, black people on record appear to be deadbeats, right? But then when they actually did studies, they found that black couples, period, do most things out of court. And what's funny is you have now older black women telling other women, stop taking your man to child support court. He's already giving you child support. Hands down across the board, they already have an understanding. If that's really his kid, first of all, and black men, you need to do a DNA test, period. And absolutely refuse to pay child support if it's not your child. And if you have the money, take it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And you have the money and the patience. You're going to be the answer to all men. I say this to black men because I know you have the mindset to actually set your mind to something and actually do it. White men, for whatever reason, they're like, it doesn't matter. It's just money. Oh, I don't get to see the child. Whatever. I'm joking. I know that there's a huge MRA push to get men's fatherly rights actually instituted and codified in law, which it should be, which only makes sense and actually makes sense for the society. Having a single mom should be criminal. It should be a crime. Women are like cats, men are like dogs. Thank you.